And we are live. What is going on? And happy Turtle Tuesday, everybody.
I forgot how to do this.
Yeah, I know. It's like we take a week off and it's like, what? What is going on?
I don't even know what podcasting is anymore.
Well, I can tell you this is Turtle Recall, the news edition of the podcast. I am your host, Jason Sohail, and I am joined by uh Ninja Turtle certified Mike. And like
Ninja Turtle, certified Ninja Turtle expert,
sorry,
Mike
Ninja Turtle
Templeton.
certified expert. I keep forgetting the expert part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the important one. So
And Colin's over here is like, don't forget to introduce yourself. You're right, Colin. And we did not forget to introduce ourselves.
he got it. He got
We
it this time.
yes, we did get it this time. But yeah, hope you guys had a good fourth. It landed on Tuesday. Especially like I swear I didn't get home till like 11:30 like p.m. Last week.
Mhm.
I mean, it was just like crazy. But like, my son got to see the fireworks and he was jumping up and down and he was loving it. So, and then we got
That's good.
yeah, and there was an ice cream truck like at the place that we were watching this fireworks. So I got a Mickey Mouse ice cream bar. They did have a Ninja Turtle bar. It was the Rise Ninja Turtle bar, but they were sold out.
Mhm.
And the guy saw my shirt and he was like, "Dude, I'm so sorry. We ran out of the Ninja Turtle ones." I was like, "You better be
Mm.
sorry."
Yeah,
um,
don't let it happen again.
yeah, don't let it happen again. Do you know who I am? Like, you know what I could do to your ice cream truck? Nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing's gonna happen. I swear. Yeah, exactly.
exactly.
And see, Colin, the worst part was like their advertisement was the rise of the TMNT bar, which I love. I still have like 6 of those left. I really love that fruit punch. They did have SpongeBob, which tastes kind of like it. It's just SpongeBob puts the fruit punch with the cotton candy. So like if they can just cut out the cotton candy with the SpongeBob, that would be a great replacement for the delicious like Rise Ninja Turtle ice cream pop. But
Mm.
but yeah, they did not have Mutant Mayhem. I was not expecting them to actually. I'm not expecting Mutant Mayhem to start showing up until like I don't know, like late August, early September. Like
Well, it seems like everything is coming out right now for Mutant Mayhem. Like,
right. No,
we got like there's a lot of merch for this rollout.
there is a lot of merch. And you know what? And if you want to know what everything that happens in the movie, you can actually do that right now with the freaking junior novelization of the movie. It explains like everything. And like I actually read like the first like 3 chapters and then I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna just leave it here." But I will say from like reading it and everything, I was like, you know what, this looks exciting. And the last time I remember when Ninja Turtles 3 came out, they had like a junior novelization of that movie. I read that whole book before I saw the movie, and I had like that memories of like reading like
Mhm.
the novelization before the movie came out, and like kind of almost like having that insider information.
Nice.
Yeah. Uh, my Walmarts have not had the pizzas yet. Anna really wants those pizzas because if you guys don't know, the back of it is a shell. Like they actually made it look like a shell, and it's actually like a really cool design that they totally didn't have to do, but they did. I don't know if
Yeah, like I've seen some dudes like getting that pizza, but I haven't. I don't know. I'm not a huge frozen pizza guy. So it's I haven't felt the need to go looking for it. Plus, I don't go to Walmart that often.
oh
Um, so I just haven't seen these yet. The big New Yorker pizza over at Pizza Hut, though, I did go to Pizza Hut. They did not have the boxes yet. I was very disappointed.
so
Uh, they sh-
tomorrow
they should have them now.
they should have them now, because I got an insider and now at Pizza Hut and everything. Um,
Hmm.
tomorrow I'll be getting all of uh the actual like Pizza Hut like stuff, like the boxes and everything. They were so
Nice.
yeah. So like I got the hookup. I didn't even know I had a hookup until like one of my local listeners like was like, oh hey, I listened to your show and I heard you complained that your pizza didn't have the thing. Guess what? Ours just got it. And he was like,
Nice.
yeah. I was like, dude, you rock. Yeah, he also informed me that they were supposed to have T-shirts, but those fell through. But he told me if those ever comes in, that he got me. He's gonna make sure I get a men's medium. So,
Uh, well, what are you gonna do with that? Hang it on the wall?
I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear it when I go to the premiere of the movie.
All right.
That's a definite. And you know what? Speaking of merch, I do have the Mutant Mayhem socks. These were meant for boys, but they fit me and they are comfortable. I'm actually wearing them right now. I'm wearing
Nice.
I'm wearing the gray ones that basically have all the graffiti art on it and everything.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. So this week on the podcast, there's a good chance it might come out for the full audio podcast or not. But Anna and I, we are looking into reviewing Raphael Drives Them Wild. It's an episode Anna really enjoyed, and I just felt it was just a mix match of like everything we've already seen in the show already to just put in one episode. Uh, but be sure to look out for that. If it doesn't come out this week, it will be next week. It just depends on time and everything because children especially and like personally what's been happening with us is that they just enrolled that we just got the notice that our oldest got enrolled into pre-K, so now we're like making sure we get all that stuff like taken care of for him right now. So that's what's
Gotcha.
yeah, that's what's our current delay now. So we'll see how that goes. But what did you guys release in Ninja Turtle Power Hour this week?
This week we dropped our finale to the Armageddon game comic book event in the IDW books. We finally, the last issue literally dropped last Wednesday, so we all picked it up,
Nice.
ran home, read it, and finally got to uh, finish that finish that arc. It's been over a year it's been about a year since we started reviewing the Armageddon game. So this was a long event,
Wow.
but it's finally done.
Woohoo!
So
Yeah. Hey, I think I'm on like halfway. I think I'm on issue 4. It's either 4 or 5, something like that.
all right,
Yeah.
you got
So
a ways to go.
yeah,
So
I got a ways to go. Something Colin pointed out. I did not realize this, but it makes total sense. That the Mutant Mayhem tickets start going on sale this Thursday. So
some.
was it?
I said awesome.
Yeah, that's really awesome. And I have a feeling because usually with these month ahead things, they usually pair like the pre-order like for the movies with a trailer. So we're like if like we might get a new trailer to just to have like that whole like pre-order start now. Just because that's something that's been like going on. I want to say the past 2 or 3 years now with movies is that they just like that's how they want to actually like advertise that the you can start pre-ordering your ticket is through like a new trailer because they know trailers are
Mm.
hype, and then that just gets people to get more excited and to start buying those movies just so they can get that box office sale like bloated, because that's the whole point
Well,
of it.
we have been getting a lot of new TV spots, and in fact, just today, um, I think we got like 5 new clips
Oh,
that
nice.
dropped on the Ninjas Who Are Turtles account on TikTok. So
Gotcha. Is that I'm guessing that's like their official TikTok
I
account?
it looks like it. It threw me off when I first saw it, but From what I could tell, that's the official one.
I wouldn't be surprised because do you remember when Twitter started and someone bought the TMNT domain, and so it had to be TMNT Master?
Yep, I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah. So I have a feeling it's something like that because I know the same similar thing happened with Power Rangers. It was like Power Rangers had to be something. I already forgot what their official Twitter is. It's
Yeah.
just companies just can't jump on it real fast, and then so you have like those internet like savvy people like they go ahead and just buy those domains up just so they can sell it to the official companies at like this like
So, so what you're saying is I should go get TMNT on Threads and
yes.
Blue Sky.
Yes, Threads, and I don't even know what Blue Sky is, but go ahead and get TMNT on on Blue Sky as well. And like I'm just saying for you people who are already like buying like Turtle Recall on any of those, yeah, go ahead because I'm not paying your money. I'll add the word pod on there or podcast. No, oh,
All right. So what do we got in news tonight?
all right. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, with the news. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Shredder's Revenge Radical Edition by limited run games. So because if you guys haven't been keeping up, the Radical Edition, the one that I personally bought, has not came out yet. It's been almost a year now since like the pre-orders started, and this was originally supposed to be like 9 months, and it's something like I didn't even realize like, oh my gosh, the game's been over a year now, and
Yep.
I still don't have the physical edition. And I'm kind of like, now I'm kind of wondering, which one will come first, the physical edition or the DLC? um
Yeah,
so
because that. So if you haven't been following, Limited Run Games is a company that does limited run uh, physical editions for smaller games and classic games. So they're made on demand.
right,
So the for a pre-order period,
yeah, yeah,
and for a lot of these games, that's the only way to get them physically. So when Shredder's Revenge was announced, Limited Run Games did a uh, couple versions of it. I think we talked about it last year.
yeah,
Uh, the the Radical Edition that you can see on screen there is the largest one with a bunch of cool stuff in it.
right,
Um, and because these are made to order, they didn't start production on them until the pre-order window closed.
right,
So with these, uh, each individual piece is made separately.
right.
Um, and the way limited run games works is they don't send anything. Like, if one thing is messed up because it's a bunch of different companies making the acrylic and printing the figures and stuff like that. If one thing gets held up, the whole release gets held up, which unfortunately happened here with the Radical Edition.
Yeah, so what's holding it up right now are the shadow boxes
Mm-hmm.
that is supposed to be in here. So uh, the shadow. So right now, the ETA for this to be start shipping out is quarter three, 2023, which is the end of like basically we are in quarter three right now. So probably by if everything goes as planned, probably like end of August, early September, we'll start. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna rephrase it. I'm gonna say end of September, probably early October, because you know how these companies do. They do it like right at the end of the things. That's probably like when we'll
Mm-hmm.
start seeing them. But um the right now the shadow boxes, that's pretty much the last item that needs to be reviewed. They just need the stakeholders to pass off on it. Once they pass off on it, they can actually start shipping these out. And they said like once the everything gets like passed off and it's like ready to go, they have everything all boxed up, like the first thing they'll do is they'll actually like on their social media page actually do like an unboxing so you can see everything that's in there. So and this is just the radical edition. The like if you want the physical edition that's done by limited run games, that's actually in stores right now, where it's just the like the cartridge or the CD. You can go to Target or Walmart. I think I've seen in both places. And
Mm.
they're just in the stores, like and I believe in the US is supposed to, they're so all of them are supposed to come with the personal pan pizza coupon. But
Yeah, that was a big thing they were selling that on.
yeah, so but yeah, that so if you're still waiting on the radical edition like I am, I it's funny, I think I got the radical edition for the PS4, but I'm not 100% sure anymore because I have the game on the Switch, and I'm like 90% sure I bought it on the PS4. And so like yeah, I will be surprised. To be honest, like the only thing I remember that's in it is the big my big draw was the Shredder Toon Shredder figure. Like that's the only thing I know that's in there, other than this shadow box now that they mentioned here in the on the thing. Like I can't remember the other stuff. I think there's an arcade cabinet. I know there's a strategy guide too. I forgot about the strategy guide. Like not that I need. Uh, um, but but yeah. And but we will do an unboxing. Once we get this radical edition, we will do an unboxing so you can actually see what's inside. So if you want, like limited run games will give you like a good professional unboxing. Anna and I will give you like a good fun children screaming in the background unboxing.
Perfect.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Um the next thing I want to talk about, because like okay, the movie's coming out. Obviously we're gonna have like some tie-in stuff, like especially with mobile gaming. Match Masters is doing a limited TMNT run on their app. This is actually to advertise for the Mutant Mayhem movie, because everything that they're posting is saying Mutant Mayhem is coming on August 2nd and everything. It's just that the characters themselves are actually not from Mutant Mayhem. They're actually the classic 1987 design of the characters. But yeah. But yeah. So if you guys don't know what Match Masters is it's a mobile game that you match three. There's like millions of them out there. They're not hard to find.
I didn't know anything about this. I've seen these in stores,
What
but
the app?
or no, sorry, I'm thinking of there's like another like little physical thing that's been on the Mutant Mayhem end cap.
Oh, the
I'm
doll. Like
probably
you're talking about the Aikido things. I oh
oh
we're
Cheeto, yeah.
You're
Okay,
thinking of
see,
the
these are like
Aikido
the same
thing.
thing in my head.
Okay, no,
These
no,
are the
no, no.
same thing
This
in
is
my
not
head.
the Aikido arcade, which we are planning to pick that up because they do have the turtles on it, and like and I figured that might be something like fun for like my son would like should like to play and everything.
Mm,
But no, this is like no, this is just a app for the app is like called Match Masters. Like I said, it's a match three game. Like like Bejeweled and that kind of stuff. You go match three same items. And so right now if you download the app, you can get the Ninja Turtle characters. It has all four turtles. Obviously, it also has Bebop, Rocksteady, and a foot soldier. So, um, I mean, to be honest, that's pretty much all I really know. I really didn't go, I really didn't look too much into this because at the end of
mm,
the day, it's a match three game. And like, I mean, I used to play those all the time on my phone, but then like after a while, I was kind of like, I kind of was done because I was like wasting too much time on them.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Uh, I don't know how long these characters will be on the app. To be honest, I don't know if it's like one of those things where you have to purchase them and you keep them forever, or they're temporarily. But they are there in a limited time. So if you want to try it out, now's the time to do it. I just don't know how long they're gonna be there. Gameplay wise, like don't be expecting like anything Ninja Turtle Pacific. Just know that the characters are actually like the Ninja Turtles, and and I like I said, I thought it was just weird. I thought they would have gone with the Mutant Mayhem designs because all their advertisements are mentioning Mutant Mayhem, but they went with the classic '87 design, and I mean, I guess it's just to they probably thought like that's gonna entice more people to download it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah, exactly. The app itself right now has Leonardo's head on it. So like if you that's gonna like if you download it on your phone or your tablet, at least you'll have like a like Leonardo's like like face like on there for a short while, for like a few months. Um, but Oh, Robert said that the turtles in Bebop looks like Stewie in his mind. that's that's pretty funny.
I feel like I've seen this art style before, but
To be honest, this is like an art style that like it's not like it like obviously it's not exactly like the cartoon, but it's also like not like foreign. Like I feel like I've seen it in other stuff, and like especially like uh like some of the dolls that one of NECA's like sub companies released not too long ago. Like it kind of looked like that. Like yeah, the designs themselves, like even though they're they they don't pop out to me as like, oh, this is like such a unique design. I feel like we've seen it
yeah.
before somewhere.
Oh,
And
it's very much like it's an like I said, it's an art style that I feel like I've seen before with the turtles. So
yeah. No, I definitely agree with you. And like when I saw it, I mean, and to be honest, like I mean, I literally because Facebook knows that I'm a Ninja Turtle fan, so I found out about this because like they put their sponsored link on my Facebook thing. So I was like,
mm,
oh, this is new, and I mean, I saw like they just released it last week. So, but yeah, like this art style is not anything new. And to be honest, do you remember that other app? Oh gosh, Mutant Mayhem? No, not Mutant Mayhem. I'm sorry, Mutant Madness. It
yeah,
kind of looks like that to me now that I'm thinking about it.
a little bit.
A little bit, like it's like it kind of has that. Anna says that she's not a fan of this art style, which I don't blame her there at all. But the last thing I want to talk about is Super 7. They just released what their Ninja Turtle item for their San Diego Comic Con exclusive will be, and I love this. Is a good throwback. Uh, it is basically the Black Shredder, but the package that is inside. I'm gonna go into like why I'm kind of disappointed with the figure later, but the package was the exciting part because the package is actually a like a throwback to the Chef Boyardee can, because like back in the 90s, if you wanted a exclusive black super shredder figure, you had to get the points off the Chef Boyardee cans to get like a mail-in figure. um
Yeah,
so
because
Colin,
back then there was the Chef Boyardee Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Shredder pasta spaghettios. Basically, I used to eat
it was
the
not
heck out of
spaghettios,
these.
not
Well,
spaghettios.
it's pasta rings,
It was not pasta
but
rings.
I'm
They were
yeah,
not
there were
rings. No, no, they were shaped
they
like
were
turtles.
they were yeah pasta ring shaped turtles.
but they weren't rings. They were actually pastas that was shaped like turtles. There was no rings on it.
Anyway,
No, I guess I used to
I
have
didn't know.
these.
I did too.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is I didn't know that there was the shredder, uh, the shredder like exclusive figure. Like
Oh,
I
you
never
didn't
even
know
had the
about that?
basic super
I
shredder.
I think.
I didn't find out. I didn't find out until much later that that was a whole thing. So,
Gotcha.
so Super 7's rolling out all of their SDCC
Yeah.
exclusives. This is the one for this year, kind of keeping with the food theme that they've had the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Um, with like the reaction turtles on like the pizza.
Right.
So
I remember that
this
one.
is really cool. This is a really cool, and I'm guessing the reason you don't like it is because it's a reaction figure.
No, I'm actually. I mean, to be honest, I would not want this as an ultimate figure. Because like I don't want the can itself to be. I want the can to be. I want the can to actually be the size of like the actual like the I keep not Campbell's, Franco American, can. I forget who owns that
Mm.
company now. It's not Franco America anymore. FYI, just to let you guys know, two of my pen cups I have in my office. One of them is Power Rangers Lost Galaxy uh Chef Boyardee, and also the other one is the Ninja Turtles Next Mutation version of of the uh, of like the Chef Boyardee can. Like so like I actually have like those as my pen holders. I just like I remember when that's like I got. Do you remember those can openers where they would like you open it up and like the edges were smooth?
I don't.
Oh, so I got one of those can openers, and and that's how I opened both of those, and like they had like smooth edges, so I used those as my pen holders, like back in the day, and so like I remember like people like thought that that was a really cool thing. And they loved it, and it was just my way of like keeping like at that time I wanted to keep those cans. I didn't want to throw them away. Uh, so,
Hmm.
uh, so I, so that was like my way of like doing that, and like especially like,
Okay.
uh, trying to convince my parents like not to throw like the can away because I was like I was a collector and like but that kind of stuff, but like I just made a use of it. Um, but no, the reason I'm disappointed with this is because it's not Super Shredder. This is Shredder. It is their reaction. Um, it's a reaction figure of Shredder that they've done before, and they painted it black. And so when they first teased it as Spaghettios with the ring, and like I was like, and like they had like some rings that looked like foot and everything. I was like, oh, okay, that and I mean, I saw where they're going with it and everything. I mean, obviously they're not gonna go and like make the actual pasta shapes that made that because the pasta shapes for the soup was actually like they actually were like turtles, and they had like four different turtles to and like they were just like different they had different poses, but on the back of the can it lets you know which turtle was which. um but I'm here thinking like, oh, they're gonna make a Super Shredder reaction figure, and I was hoping this would be like kind of like almost like a tease of like, oh hey, we're gonna get like some Secret of the Ooze reaction like like maybe like it would lead into Toka and Razar as reaction figures as well. And I was kind of like a little disappointed, like they just went with Shredder and they just painted it black, and I was kind of like, well, the can was Super Shredder. um I mean, and but I do like that the can actually looks like the 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 can, like from like the 90s, the early ones. Obviously this can does not look like my
Yeah.
can because my can had like freaking Michelangelo from Next Mutation on it. um but
Well, this one's more reminiscent of, I think, because there was a few different cans. There was
there's a few.
yours. There was there was ones that had like the four turtles on it and
Yeah.
Shredder. If you want a fantastic like breakdown and or just a fantastic story about like this pasta can. Dinosaur Dracula, like the popular, you know, pop culture blog, uh, he went viral a couple years ago because he had an unopened one that he finally opened.
Oh wow.
And like he took pictures of it, and it's crazy. Highly recommend checking that out.
I'll have to find that one. I'll definitely have to find out that one. Um, Something else I kind of like about in the can, like I do like how because they have Super Seven's mascot, uh, Mummy. I think his name is Mummy B. I'm not sure. But I like that it's like he actually has like it actually says Chef Mummy B to be like
Yeah,
yeah. Um I did like that and everything. But yeah, like if I remember, because there was like one of the versions was like the Ninja Turtles, and it was like it had versus Shredder, and I think there was like a Shredder pasta shape or something like that. But like I want to say like they had like that whole slash like Shredder like kind of popping out of the can or something like that, or maybe there was a
yeah.
slash where the turtles were popping out.
I
Um,
don't remember exactly, but
Yeah, yeah. No,
yeah,
yeah. No, I definitely have to look it up. Oh, and I mean, I saw some people asking about this. No, the can is not gonna have pasta sauce in it. It the can will just have a figure like for their one of Super Seven's like shots. Was like it had like the shredder with the spaghettios on there and everything, and I mean
yeah.
but that was just a shot and everything. Super Seven's not going to do the whole food thing because that they would have to actually start selling food to actually get into that market, and so like they can't put something edible in there. And also I don't think people would be happy to try to fish out their like collectible out
I
of the
would
can.
be.
What, you would be
I would be. It's
part
part of the experience.
of the experience. You go like, hey, go like go find your figure. It's in the soup can. Like
Yep.
just, and like would you even want the plastic bag in the soup can, or you just want to like just dunked in there?
Nope. I just want him. I just want him swimming around in
Just
there.
swimming around in there. Yeah. Um, I don't see it coming. I mean, I have a feeling it's not going to come with any accessories because, like, I know Shredder, their Shredder reaction figure came with a sword, but every shot I've seen, and this one that we're seeing on YouTube, um, that I don't see a sword. So I have a feeling that it's not coming with any, accessories.
Hmm. Probably not. Um, I, you know, because it's an exclusive figure, like, and Super Seven's really big on like, not just the figure for Comic Con. It's also like the packaging
Right.
is part of the experience, and Super Seven is really uh good or bad in your opinion. Uh, that's kind of their big thing. Like they love doing very elaborate boxes,
Right.
so
Uh,
it
I
it I mean
I like
part
to buy the reaction figures for the packaging. Like the
yeah.
carded figures, like I love the art on the figure that I don't want to open the actual figure because I don't want to ruin the art on the
Yeah,
card.
for and that's like a lot of dudes who see reaction figures don't really understand that aspect of it. They see an action figure, they want to pop it out,
Right.
and play with it, and then when they do, they're like, "Oh, this only has 5 points of articulation. This is boring. Why would anybody want this?" And it's like, it's because it's an entire like experience, and it's hard to convey if you didn't really grow up with those kind of figures. Like
Right.
I did in the early '90s, but even then that was kind of falling out of fashion. Like I never really had like these types of Kenner figures from like the '70s and '80s,
Yeah. Yeah.
and so and so like that's what the reaction line has always been, harkening back to those with the cool card art. And
Right.
you see that with a lot of smaller independent companies, kind of doing their own thing,
Uh,
where they have these elaborate cards, and you're kind of meant to keep it always there on the card.
right. Right. Yeah. And because that's the whole like mental, because like that's what these figures are for. And like me personally, I never collected like the vintage Star Wars figures. Like that was just not something I was into. I know people who are into that and everything, so like
Mm.
so I do respect and I understand that. And then, but I will say I saw just a lot of people like, and especially like when I posted for asking people's opinions about it, and like half the people, I wouldn't even say half the people, I would say 75% of the people were like, oh, it's a reaction figure, like total pass and everything. And like, and I've seen so many people where I was like, no one buys reaction figures and everything. And like, I think they don't realize is that people who complain or do not equal to people who don't buy, because I see a lot of people who complain about it, but at the same time at like Target, I don't think they sell these in Walmart, but like Target specifically, reaction figures sell out. And I've only seen one reaction figure at Target that went down on clearance, and that was an exclusive Transformers reaction figure, and they actually uh, clearance it out to be $10 because it was like it was literally flooded with it, and no one wanted. That was the only one I saw that no one wanted, but like all the
Mm.
other ones that they released, like Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, I'm trying to blank, I'm blanking on some of the other franchises I've seen with reaction figures. They don't stay long on the shelves, so like there is a market for it. And even though it's $20, because that's the other thing I see people like complain about, is like, oh, I don't like the price of it. There's a market of people who don't mind paying $20 for this and who actually do collect these.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, I always feel like the people who say like this kind of stuff are the same people um who are saying, oh, no one watches Teen Titans Go, because that's the other thing I see people complain. It's like no one watches Teen Titans Go. I was like, that's like Cartoon Network's like biggest ratings
That's
monster. Like,
Yeah, that's Cartoon Network SpongeBob. Like,
yeah, yeah, exactly. And so like no, there's people who complain about it, and like Teen Titans Go actually makes fun of the people who make fun of it, and they mention like, oh, it's okay, we got ratings anyway, it doesn't matter.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly.
it yeah.
Yeah,
All right, so that's it for the news tonight, right?
yeah, that is it. That's all we got and everything. I want to thank everyone who joined us. I want to thank Colin, Robert, and obviously the lovely Anna for coming in. Be sure to be on the lookout for the full audio podcast, where we're going to be looking at Raphael Drives Him Wild, where we get to see Raphael finally get a driver's license, as Anna keeps mentioning. And then is there anything else you want to add here, Mike?
And next week we'll be starting season 10 of the original 87 series. So
You
can't
are
wait for
guys
that.
are gonna be done. Like you guys are
Yeah.
what, like doing 2 weeks for season 10?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we're gonna do the first half and the second half. So be crazy.
yeah. Yeah, that will be crazy. And then uh, what's the plan after that? 2003. So Spencer will be happy.
I don't know. I'll probably quit the show. I've accomplished everything I needed to do. I've watched every episode of 87. So
You'll
who
just be
knows?
you'll just stay with Turtle Recall for the news section, and you're like, yeah,
Yeah,
you retire from Ninja Turtle
probably.
Power Hour.
Well, I mean, because in 2 weeks we're coming up on Mayhem, so we might have to cram in a review there. So
I understand that completely. Yeah, that's right. Community Mayhem's coming up. I got my review coming up too. But all right. Well, till next time, guys. See ya.
See ya.